Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Michael Gudinski was a legend in the Australian music industry, a maverick, a natural-born hustler who made his passion felt. He was only 19 when he launched Mushroom Records and signed iconic Australian artists like Jimmy Barnes, Kylie Minogue, Hunters and Collectors, Split Enz. There's barely a living Australian whose life has not been touched by the music that he was behind, pushing. Well, now his life has been captured in a documentary called Ego, the Michael Gudinski Story. To tell us about it is Michael's son, the CEO of Mushroom Group, Matt Gundinski. Hello, Matt.
Hello, guys.
Matt, and a lot of people might think, oh, your dad died and then you just suddenly became the CEO, but you were always in there, weren't you?
Yeah, and I've been working in the company for around 22 years now, and pretty much straight out of school into the business. And my dad and I were working side by side for the last 10 years of his life. It was like a university. It was something I'm very lucky to be able to have done and to have that time working together.
What was it like growing up in that household, Matt? Because every big musical star, local and overseas, would have crossed your path. As a kid, did you ever get starstruck?
No, not really. I think I was just very lucky to be able to, go to a lot of shows, meet a lot of famous musicians and be part of it. When I was growing up, music wasn't as prominent still with the younger kids as it is today. Not many of my friends were able to go to concerts, and now you see kids as young as 5 or 6 years old attending Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish and getting to be part of it. And it was definitely different when I was growing up.
And when you watch the movie, Dave Grohl says it, who would be a rock promoter?
Yeah, sometimes not the easiest gig, but it's sometimes the best gig in the world.
Yeah, because I always think of that time with the Rolling Stones and what your dad went through with the Rolling Stones when Mick Jagger's partner committed suicide and the band subsequently cancelled the tour. And I just thought,
it was on the eve of the first show of their first Australian tour for a long time, and the first time that we'd toured them, and it was. It was a very trying situation for all involved, but luckily they cancelled, but finally rescheduled and made it back a few years later.
Yeah, because your dad always said, never cancel, postpone, but don't cancel.
Always postpone or reschedule. That's the way in our industry.
There are lots of promoters, I imagine, but what was it about your dad? What was it about Michael that made these people just love him? All these amazing performers just love him.
I think it was just we're a really relationships-based company, and the connection that we build with artists, which has been instilled in me and so many as part of our business by my dad, was just that we're music fans. We love what we do. My dad was, deep down, he was a music fan, and his passion and his commitment and love of what he did really shone through, and I think he just built a deep connection with all types of artists, whether they were artists that he grew up with or that were of similar age to him, or artists like Ed Sheeran, who became one of his best friends with they were over 40 years in age apart.
And I always found with him, I had dinner one night, and he just looked at me and said, "What are you doing right now? What's happening? What are you and Amanda doing?"
He'd look in, he'd scope the room, he was always invested.
And I said, and I felt like I had to come up with a pitch, and I said, that show, Deadliest Catch, the fishing show, I would like to see that as a radio thing, so it's all the different radio stations, and it's as a documentary. And he gave that look, and he went, "I like it, it's got legs." And then he said, "I'll give you a call." It never happened.
He was always chasing the next idea, and was a man of the people. He loved being at shows and seeing the fans having a great time, and it really comes through in the film, his personality and his connection, and just the drive that my dad had. So whether you're into music or know the Michael Gudinski or Mushroom Story, it's a great watch for so many.
Well, Matt, he is much missed. We loved your dad very much, and it must be hard for you as well. But great, what a legacy to see him up on the big screen. You must be so proud.
Yeah, my family and I are very proud of the film, and it's an honour to have his life put on the big screen.
Good on you, mate, and keep doing what you're doing. Ego, the Michael Gudinski Story, is in cinemas now. Matt Gundinski, thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.